Good morning, Valley. Today on Valley por Vida, we're talking about car accidents, what to do if you get in one, and how you can save money with auto insurance tips. We're also dropping by a drive-by event hosted by a local nonprofit, and they're giving away Dell Chromebooks for students to use toward their education this summer. We've got interesting and info on odd places that Americans use social media, plus an exclusive sit-down with Latin Grammy artist Michael Salgado about upcoming music and more. There's so much going on, so don't go anywhere. Valley por Vida starts right now. Hi there, and thanks again for joining us this morning. I'm your host, Danielle Banda. Well, Tejano music recording artist and accordion player is a Latin Grammy winner, and he is dedicated to inspiring people to follow their dreams as he's done. Our team caught up with him for an exclusive interview to learn all about this, plus a sneak peek at his upcoming music. So here's today's Music Spotlight segment.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Michael Salgado. Glad to be talking to you guys. And of course, if you know who I am, I'm in the music business. Been in the music business about a little over 25 years now. And so you're doing a lot of different things nowadays and really enjoying it. Well, I remember the first time I received a Grammy. Unfortunately, I wasn't there. My brother, Ernie, went out there and accepted it for me. I had to stay back because my son Andy at the time was getting some dental work, and so I just wanted to be here, for him. So it was really exciting. I remember receiving the news. I think I was somewhere at a store or something, and then I heard about it, and I was jumping up and down, and so it was really an exciting experience to receive my first Grammy. That's quite an honor to be able to receive a Grammy. And then later, a few years later, we received the first Grammy. I believe, if I remember correctly, it was for album, Mejor Tejano album, And so then the second one was actually for Mejor Disco Norteño, right? So I was able to get in both categories, which is great. It's been quite a journey, and ever since Cruz de Madera came out back in, we're talking 95, people have always come up to me and told me things like, I want that song when I passed away, and we played that song for my grandmother, we played that song for my mother, and or you've been a great inspiration, and I want to learn how to play accordion, and I want to sing, because of you. And so all that's been really, really great, on a personal level, to be able to touch people like that. And, because when I was growing up, my idol was Don Ramon Ayala and Eliseo, those guys. And so, I really looked up to them. Of course, my father, because he's the one that got us started in the business, me and my brother Ernie. And so, he's, of course, my first inspiration. And then as far as artists, well, it was, Ramon Ayala. So, and he knows that, being from the Valley, he knows that. I was able to visit his home back in the 90s, and a very, very, just a great person, and I can understand why he's the legend that he is, and so, I want to be able to inspire somebody like that as well in the business, and so, I've seen a lot of young, musicians that are starting out. There's a guy out of Arizona that'll come out to the shows when we play there, and I'll let him come up on stage and play a few songs with the accordion. And so, it makes him really excited, and I can't even imagine, because I did that with Ramon Ayala, probably years after, putting out Cruz de Madera and being successful a few years. I was actually able to go up on stage with him. And I've done that a few times, so it's always a great honor to do that, Well, I want to thank all my fans. I love you guys. Thank you very much for all the support that you've given me, throughout the years. And hopefully in the years to come, I'm doing a lot of different things now. Like, we got this new record, Hijo de Rancho, that's out. You guys make sure to go and download it. 17 songs on the CD, a lot of material that I'm sure you guys will enjoy. I also want to let you guys know that I'll be putting out my first country album entitled Blame It on the Beer. It'll be out July 2nd.
Be sure to follow his fan page as well as social media platforms to stay up to date with the latest on his upcoming music announcements. All right, well, it can be difficult to experience an automotive accident, but if you do, it's helpful to have information on proper insurance procedures that could possibly save you thousands of dollars. So our team went ahead and spoke with a professional auto appraiser specializing in diminished value for tips and tricks to keep in mind. Go ahead and take a look.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Simon Galperin, and I'm a diminished value appraiser, helping accident victims get fair compensation after an accident. So the biggest secret for compensation after an accident is called diminished value. And diminished value is the loss in market value of your vehicle after an accident, even after it's been properly repaired. And this is also known as the Carfax stigma or the accident stigma, because nobody wants to pay the same price for a car that's been in an accident as for a car that has never been in an accident. So everybody knows that, and car buyers know that, and that's why the market value of the vehicle goes down simply because it's been in an accident. And on average, that is $5,000 that people are leaving on the table, because you can't claim this money from the fault insurance company. You're thinking diminished value. I need to obviously repair my car, get my medical expenses covered if you were injured, but also I need to claim diminished value, because on average that's $5,000 for just an average car. So I need to file a diminished value claim with the fault insurance, so that means the insurance of the person who hit me. Because the insurance company, they're just not going to tell you on their own, like, hey, you should also claim diminished value from us. Obviously, they're not going to do that, so it falls on you to claim that money because you deserve it. These are like very obvious, but a surprising number of people don't do them, and it hurts them. So one huge tip is just have a dash cam. Have a dash cam in your car, and not just for the front, but also for the rear of the vehicle. And that's extremely important. It only costs you $40, but it will save you so much trouble. For example, if the other driver is unethical and starts lying about what happened and who's at fault. So absolutely get a dash cam. That's probably really one of the best purchases you can make this year if you don't have one yet. And number two, make sure to get all of the information from the other driver that you're entitled to after an accident. The personal information, the insurance information, because a lot of people know that they're supposed to get it, but for whatever reason, in the stress of the accident, they don't get it, or they don't get all of it, and then it becomes very, very difficult to push that information out from the other party, or from the insurance, or from the police. So make sure to get all of it, insist on it, and I always recommend calling the police to come on the scene and to help out, and really insist on getting all of the information, because you might need it later, and it gets very difficult to get it later. I have a website. It's tigerdb.com. This is my company where I help people with diminished value claims. If unfortunately you were a car accident victim, then you can go there and you can get a free estimate, a free diminished value estimate, to find out how much in diminished value compensation you deserve.
We hope you keep in mind this helpful information and drive safe at all times while on the road. And of course, you can feel free to visit the website on your screen if you'd like more tips and information. All right, well, it is time now to take a commercial break, and then we've got to look at your local weather updates. But be sure to stay tuned because Valley por Vida will be back. And we'll be talking all about social media. 70% of Americans use it, but interestingly enough, we use it in odd places, rather. We're breaking all of that info down for you, plus so much more coming up.